What is going on, Savages? Thanks for tuning in. It is Friday. I am doing okay, and I hope that everybody else is doing pretty well also. Almost every live stream that I have, I show you guys what I'm mining, and it always includes Hive OS because that's where I keep my rigs, basically on Hive OS. And occasionally I'll get asked, hey, how do you install, or do you have a video, or well, actually just how would I go about installing Hive OS or whatever, the random question is. And I always say, or my response is always, I think I have a video on it. Well, come to find out, I searched my own channel. I know I have hundreds of videos over there, but I don't have, I think I included it in like some other video a long time ago on some other topic. So, long story short, I don't have a Hive OS install video, so I figured that that's what we will take a look at tonight. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, if you are interested in, if this is your first time here, and you want to learn more about crypto mining and crypto-related projects, you can get a daily dose of it by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell right now, so you don't miss out on anything. I've got a little click to subscribe, make it super easy over there. And also follow me on Twitter, because over here I always keep keep you updated on what's going on the channel. So plus I'll tweet nonsense over there about crypto. For the most part, it's always about crypto, so just keep that in mind. That is a good source of information from me as well. Keeps you updated on what's going on. So also follow me on Twitter. Let's get to the content. So just a reminder, this is not sponsored content in any way. I'm not affiliated with Hive OS other than a referral link, and that is it. So not sponsored in any way. I also like to show you guys what I am currently mining. So let's take a look at that real quick. I am still mining. I'm not one of those guys that switches up what they're mining like every day or every week even. I typically try to mine something for a period of time. Normally a month, but sometimes depending on what it is, I might go a little bit shorter than that. I have been mining Bitcash and CCX for quite some time now. Still going strong on those. Not really looking to change anytime soon. Both of them super promising projects in my opinion, so I just stay on them. And then on the shared rigs, I am still mining. We are still mining because these are not, I don't own these outright. There's other owners. And we are still mining CCX over there, and have been since March. I still have a GPU down on the Dagobah rig. I got to get that fan replaced. I'll probably do that tonight. And yeah, so that's what's going on with what I am mining. And everything you hear in my videos so far is just my opinion. I mean, I may be in contact with project's developers or customer-facing management from time to time just to figure out like details about what's going on with the project, but that's only in an information gathering way. For this video, I've not been in contact with anyone from Hive OS at all. So let's start out with what's going on with Hive OS. So Hive OS is a purpose-built, frequently updated, fairly simple to use GPU and ASIC crypto mining operating system that has an active and dynamic development tempo. It's used for, one of its main benefits is it's used for remotely managing and monitoring your crypto rigs. You can even set it up to notify you of rig statuses in Telegram and Discord. And the developers do listen. They're pretty active. They do listen to the community input for feature and capability upgrades, so they're active. It's not like they just put this out there and then let it go. It is based on Ubuntu 16.04 Xennial distribution of Linux, but don't let that scare you. Sometimes the whole Linux thing kind of throws people off, and they get a little shy about it. But they've made it really simple to get a rig up and running. You don't really have to know Linux in order for this to function. Okay, so Don't get put off by the Linux term there. As far as pricing goes, it is free for up to Hive OS 2.0 is free for up to 3 workers, and that's for a home mining situation or just to test it out and things like that. If you add a 4th, you'll have to pay for all of them. So I think they said that down here. Yeah, so starting from 4 workers, you have to pay for all 4. So once you hit 4, you're gonna, if you're doing GPUs, then you are looking at $12 a month. And the ASICs are $2 per month per ASIC. They also have custom pricing for folks with 500 or more ASICs or rigs. And yeah, so that's not me. And billing, you get some discounts down here and things like that. They only, what's funny is not funny, they only accept crypto, okay? And kind of a real quick funny story. Whenever I first started getting into mining, and I was using, well, whenever I first started getting into simple mining, like an operating system, I was actually using, why is this so dark? I was using, it's okay, I'm gonna be like inconspicuous here. So I was using simple mining, and I had just started, I think they give, man, I want to say that they give you just a few days or a week or something, I can't remember, maybe even a month, I don't remember how long you get, 2 weeks or something, just to try it out. And so that time expired, and I was emailing them, and I had 0 crypto. I did not have a single coin at all, because I was trying to get it up on simple mining and actually mining so that I could get some crypto, right? And I emailed them. I'm like, hey, how can I get you guys a payment? You know, I need to, do you have a way of a credit card or whatever, you know? And of course they kind of laughed, and they replied with, I don't even know what you're talking about. What is this USD? What is this credit card thing that you're talking about? You know, basically pushing me like, hey, you got to get into crypto, right? But I was kind of stuck in this, you know, scenario where I didn't know where to get crypto. I didn't know where to buy it. I wanted to mine it, and then that way I could have a way to pay for it, right? Anyway, so that's just kind of a funny story about what happened, you know, with the whole we only accept crypto. Now, I mean, I love it. It's the greatest thing ever whenever they go like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Crypto only, right? That's the way it is. So now there's definitely more than one way or order of steps to get Hive OS up and running on a rig, and there's not really a wrong way as long as the rig shows up in Hive OS dashboard and is manageable from there, right? That's what the goal is. You can jump around between the steps. I'll highlight some of the possible options as we go through, and basically you will want to start by using a, let me see if I can get there. I've got a referral link, or actually it is down there, a referral link in the description, and you could use that and it'll get you to this screen right here. But if you look up here, you probably can't see it on that screen there. That's okay, but it just has the referral link in the URL. It's not a big deal, but I would use the referral link because I think you get, actually no, for the referral link I'm not sure what you get something, but the promo code, we'll get to that in a minute. That's what's important. So you'll start here, you'll click sign in. Now this is saying that you've never even tried to install or never even successfully installed Hive OS on a USB drive, and you're just starting from scratch. So we're going to click sign in, and it's going to take me to my screen, which is not really what I wanted. Okay. This is me already signed in, so let me back up here. Yeah, I was supposed to actually grab, where's it at? Here it is. All right, so once you click on sign in, this is what you will see the very first time. And what I want to do is, so that we get a literal new user, what I'm going to do is go to 10-minute mail and get a temporary email address. But basically you have to have, you know, login, password. You can enable 2FA, but in this case you don't even have an account. So we have to click on register down here first, right? And just realize that they do have multiple languages down here. You can switch to them if needed. So just keep that in mind. We're going to click on register, and then now here's where it gets important for you to start remembering what you're typing in here and things like that. You can, I'm going to use SavageMine YouTube, and I'll use that for, that's the name. I believe this is the account name, and you know what, you might not be able to put a space in there. I'm going to use this, and the login field here is what it takes as a default for your farm name. So the first time you log in, it's going to pull it from here, I believe, as far as the what the farm's name will be. So I'm going to go log in right here, just to let you know that that was the login field, and you'll see what I'm talking about whenever you get logged in here. So I'm going to go out here and grab a 10-minute email for the email section here. I can copy it. Here we go, copy. All right. Not any of that. I keep going to the wrong browser. All right, so paste that in there. Whoops, it didn't copy it. Okay, try that again. Yeah, the copy's not working, I guess. All right, so there's the email. And then for a promo code, you can use SavageMine. And that will get you basically $10 USD deposited into your account initially, and you'll see that in a moment. But that's not, for like home and hobby miners, that's not really going to be a big deal, because unless you have more than 3 rigs that you're going to pay for. So if you're not paying, then you're not going to get to just cash out that $10, right? Okay, it actually goes, it's just in your account, just like a credit, but you can't get it, right? So you click here. By clicking here, you register, you agree with the terms. I did view them, didn't seem like anything crazy in there, as far as what they're trying to do with your information or anything. So then we're going to click register, and then we're going to not save the password, because you shouldn't ever do that. And you can see right here that the $10, you got a $10 balance here right off the bat. And it does go ahead and create a farm for you, which is kind of nice. I want to say that the older versions, you had to actually come in here and actually create a farm, if I remember right. But it actually does one for you now, so that's kind of cool. So you click on, and it might have done that before. I don't remember, because I wasn't using Hive OS until they went to 2.0. But it seems like I've seen videos where you had to actually add the farm. I don't know for sure though. So I went into the farm, just clicked on it here, and what we want to do, because what we're trying to do is get 1 rig on Hive OS, right? That's the goal. And there's lots of different ways of doing this. I think that the best and most efficient way is probably to use the farm hash method. And what I mean is, if you go over here to settings, so all I did was click on the farm, go to settings, and then you get this farm hash right here. If you just copy that, I'm going to document it, just throw it into a notepad here. Let's call it farm hash. Now, I'm not really interacting with the chat. I don't even know if anybody's in here, because there's a lot to cover, so I just wanted to blast right through it. All right, so there's the farm hash documented. Let me save that, so just in case. All right, farm hash. So we got that. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could come back here and add a worker and enter in information for it and everything, and kind of get it pre-filled and set up. But this is a tad bit more complicated on the configuration file side, and you'll see what I mean in a few minutes once we get to that point. So the farm hash method is used for connecting your workers to a farm without actually pre-creating the rig in the dashboard. But again, this is one of those things where, hey, if you want to do it that way, you can. Actually, let me just show you what it does. So we'll add a worker here, but we'll just immediately delete it. So we'll just go test, throw a password in there. All I did was clicked on the little double arrows here, and it creates a password for you. Tags, you could create tags if you wanted to, like let's say this was an AMD rig, you could throw an AMD tag on there. And worker description, just test, you can put whatever you wanted to there and then add. So now a worker is going to be created, and right here you also have your farm hash, you have a rig ID, rig password, you can download the rig configuration file as well. But what this does do, doing it this way, is it gives you easy access to download, right? The download link. Because the other way, I don't even know how to do it once you're logged on. We'll have to take a look at that. But anyway, so what you would do is you would document this information, right? So we'll just, we've already got the hash, the farm hash. So let me grab the rig ID. And see, it says OR right here too, so you don't have to have all of it, but just for documentation purposes, I'm going to grab all of it like this so that we don't lose anything. Probably won't need it, but just in case. Alright, so if we go back over here to the farm, then you can see that this is the rig, this is the worker that we just created, you know, just as a test. But we're not going to use that method. We're going to get rid of this guy because I want to show you how easy it is to use the farm hash method. So now that rig's gone, and what we have to do is we have to download Hive OS, right? The image now, because what we're trying to do here is we're trying to boot up a rig off of a USB drive that has the Hive OS image on it, right? Now, it's not really recommended to use USB. They really want you to use, they would rather, and it's a better practice to use SSDs for a lot of different reasons, reliability wise, but it's kind of like whatever works for you. If you're willing to deal with a little bit of headaches with USBs going bad, or you know, not being fast enough or whatever, then that's fine. I use USBs. These are super cheap, 32 gig. I think I get them for like $15 or something. And they work fine. Occasionally I have to, and it's probably not even the USB's fault, but I have to remove it from the rig, reinsert it, boot back up, and then it works. It's probably not the USB, it's probably just the motherboard, you know, there could be a lot of different things. But so the next step is to actually go out to download the image. And I think, let's see here. Yeah, so we have to get out of here. So what we need to do is get out to Hive, the main page, and this is what I was talking about with the. Let's see if that's it. Nope. This is what I was talking about with creating a worker and then getting to this a little bit easier. So if you go out to hiveos.farm and then install, this is where. I don't know how to get to this screen from being logged in already. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I just don't know where. Yeah, no idea. It's probably going to be one of these. Yeah, probably not. I mean, this is... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to get to that part. You see what I mean? Like, is there a link in here to get out to the install? I don't think there is. So if you stay in here, you're kind of stuck, right? There's no log on. So yeah, I don't know. All right. So let's go over here and hang on just a second here. All right. Where am I at? Where am I at? So we need to get back over here. Install. Okay, so from here you're going to, you can see how they have ASIC information, how-tos and things like that in here. For our purpose, we're using a GPU rig, and in my case I'm just going to download the zip, and they also have information here on how to write the image and things like that. And what's really cool about one thing that's cool about Hive OS is they do support Vegas, but it uses a different image. So keep that in mind. You would have to come in here and grab the different image if you want to use Hive OS with Vega. Also has the Hive OS drive flashing utility, and this is for this is the one where it boots up off the USB and flashes whatever drive is connected. So if you had another USB or SSD, it would install it to that. And then also they've got information here on how to write for a GPU rig, disk image, and then also how to connect remotely using VNC Viewer and Shell in a Box and some other things, and then register and manage. Okay, so it kind of walks through the process here, but we're going to click on download the zip for a GPU. And I've already done this, so I'm just going to cancel it. I'm going to show you over here. Because I didn't want to have y'all wait on it. So right here is the download that I grabbed just earlier today from that zip link right there, or that button. So this is the Hive OS image. It is about 2 gig compressed, 2.1 gig. Now the goal here is to actually burn that to a USB drive. That's what we're trying to do. And like I was saying earlier, I use cheap USB drives. This one is 32 gig. SSDs are highly recommended, but I use USBs. All right, so we're going to scroll down here to where it talked about Etcher, because we're going to use Etcher as the program to do the burning, right? To burn the image to the USB drive. So we're going to open that in a new tab. And what we can do, I'm on Windows, but what we can do is actually grab the portable version right here, the Etcher for Windows portable. And all that means is it's not going to install it as an app. It's just going to run. It's like a standalone executable, which I already downloaded that as well. You might have seen it in the folder over here, right here. It's kind of weird if you do install it. Used to, I guess Balena, the software company, actually bought Etcher. I believe that's what happened, because before it was just Etcher. Now it's Balena Etcher. But if you do install it, then you can no longer like simply type in Etcher to find it. You know, quickly, like if you use the search tools in Windows 10, you have to actually put in Balena to actually find the shortcut. So it's kind of silly. I wish they wouldn't have done that, but whatever. So we are going to double click on the executable. It's just an executable. Remember, this is the one that's portable, right? So we're gonna double click on that. I'll probably lose you for a second here. It is a little slower because it, you know, is portable, right? So it's just, oh, wow, it didn't ask me anything. Okay. So it does take a couple of seconds longer to start because it just loads it all into memory. There's no configuration or no files already on the system and stuff, so it's got to do its probably temporarily extracts files and all kinds of stuff. So it's a little bit slower. All right. So now we're at this screen for Etcher, and we are going to select the image, and then you can see right here. This is the one I downloaded. We just have to click on that, and you know you can always look at the date and modify it and stuff like that, so you know you're grabbing the right one. I'm looking at the path up here. I know that this is the right one, so we're going to go open, and then select target. Now, if you haven't inserted your drive yet, then it's not going to show up in here, right? So I am going to plug in the USB to a USB 3.0 port. I don't know if it'll show up in here without closing it. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so it did show up in here. This is the drive right here, the 32 gig. And you might get a screen or a window that pops up talking about formatting. You can just cancel that. We're going to choose this one because that is the right drive. But before we get that far, actually, we can go ahead and choose this. So we'll choose the right drive. We know that that's the right one. There's a couple of settings here that really trip people up. Okay, so if you go up here to settings, you can see right here that you have these two options where it says eject on success and validate write on success. Both of these by default are checked. Okay, so think about what's happening here. If you leave this one checked, the eject on success, if you leave that checked, then once the drive is burned, or once the image, the Hive OS image is burned to the USB, it's going to disappear from Windows, right? You're not going to be able to access the drive, and you need to be able to access the drive because there's some configuration that you have to do after the fact. So what trips people up is they see this, they burn the image, right? And then they get it done, and then they don't see the drive in Windows anymore. And you can get it back by disconnecting the drive, unplugging the drive, plugging it back in, and then it'll show back up. But I've heard stories and I've seen people just get wrapped around the axle here on that particular aspect of it, and they just keep burning, and they're wondering why it doesn't show up in Windows, right? So just keep that in mind. So if you come in here and uncheck that, then it will just remain to where you can see it in Windows and there won't be a problem. I unchecked this one just to speed up the process before. You can leave it, but it does slow it down a lot because after it burns, it does a validation that takes a few minutes. And if you do this process for real, we're not going to do it for real because I've already done it. It takes about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. If you're doing it on an SSD, it's super fast, like a couple minutes. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, so what we would do here is we would click flash. I think it's gonna, let me actually, let's see here. Let me eject this. What I'll do is I will grab, I'll grab another USB. Give me just a second here. Yeah, that one right there already had the image burned on it and stuff, so I don't want to mess with that one because I'm trying to do this a little bit faster. Oh, this one might be secured. Let me see here. So let's run this. That was already running. Never mind. Select target. Let's see if we can. Yeah, so I probably lost you for a second there. So it'll look like this. It'll just say starting, and then eventually it'll come up and say, you know, that it's burning or flashing is what it'll say. So there you go. It's like 0%. See, it's got some minutes over here. Now, actually, this one's not too bad because this drive is actually a 3.0 drive. It's only 3 minutes. Those other little drives that I have are 2.0. So, okay, I'll just let this rock then. We can just go ahead and use this one. So we'll just, what can we do in the meantime? Let's look at the market maybe. Actually, let me check the chat, see who all's in here. What is going on, everybody? What's up, Yashnik? Crypto at Night, what's going on, man? Michael, Ciro Thrilla, what is up, everybody? Lighting backdrop setting. This? It's like completely blank. I'm like in a cave, man. My plan is probably to, you know, those wood panels, like that look like farm wood. I think that's what I'm going to put on that back wall back there and throw some lights down it, kind of make it kind of cool looking. At least that's the plan. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. We'll see. Take a quick look at the market. Was moving up a little bit earlier today. A little bit of green, not bad. Everything's still getting crushed. Everything I'm holding is getting crushed. And you know, if I sold any of this stuff, you know, it would just go to the moon immediately. That's the way it always does with me, so. It's the way it always works. Yeah, this is a big difference, man. That USB 2.0 drive that I did earlier, the number 4 that I showed you earlier, man, it took like 25 minutes. Between 23 and 25 minutes. This one's actually not bad. But I think I left the verify on, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. Cool. Yeah, I say panels. I don't mean like paneling, but it's like, I don't know what to call it. But I think it looks really cool. It's like a farm wood, you know, what is it called? Like weathered wood or something like that. But it's actually wood, pieces of wood that you attach to the wall. It's really neat. All right, so that is complete. And you can see I didn't have the, you know, validate on success or anything like that on. And then what'll happen is you'll see this right here. So you're just gonna wanna click cancel because you don't wanna format it, right? Windows doesn't recognize the file system, and it thinks that it's messed up or blank, and it wants to format it. So you just click cancel, right? So you don't want to get it wrapped around that axle either, where you're formatting it and then it doesn't work, and then you're wondering why it doesn't work. Come to find out, you're you're formatting it right over the top of it. So yeah, don't do that. So we're going to exit out of here. And now we are going to navigate to the, wow, why is the one not showing up? That's weird. Normally there's another drive in here that you click on it and nothing happens. I'm wondering if this drive is, because I have never used this USB drive that I put in here, so there's a chance that it might be like encrypted or something. So we'll keep pressing on, but if we have problems, I'm going to just switch over to the other one. Not a big deal. So, because normally if you click on the other drive, it will show up it'll say, you know, do you want to format? I did click cancel on it already, so maybe that's why it didn't appear in here. But I think it'll say, I can't remember the name of it. It's not Hive, it'll be something else, but whatever it is, doesn't matter. Let's just press on. So now we need to, okay, so we're looking at the files on the drive, on the USB drive. And what you have to do is you have to create a rig.conf file, right? And it gives you an example here. So I'm going to open up that example, and it looks like this. And don't be overwhelmed. This is a lot of information, but you don't have to worry about it. It's really not that hard. Okay, so if you read it and you walk through what's going on, then you find out that the only thing you really have to do is put farm hash in here, which, remember, we documented that earlier, right, in this other file. So let's go ahead and grab that, highlight, copy, throw it under farm hash. And then what you could do, if you wanted to, you could set up a rig password. If you leave it blank, it'll be randomly generated. Fine, I'm not going to worry about that. You could also name your worker right away. I am going to do that. Let's go ahead and name it something like this. And I'm actually going to use the Mustafar rig that is already running. It's already running simple mining, actually. So we'll use it like that. And that is an AMD rig, so I'll throw that in there too. Alright, so it looks like that. And all this other stuff, you can leave it like it is. So the only thing that we've done really is we've added farm hash, which really all you have to do is that. You don't really even have to give it a name. I'm just doing this for simplicity. You can do the name later. You don't have to do it from here. But we're going to click Save As. Here's something else that people kind of goof up. Is this file name is not going to work. Rig config example is not going to be picked up by the operating system, the Hive OS operating system. Whenever it boots, it's not going to have a file to read from to understand what it needs to do. So you have to go File, Save As. The file name has to be rig.conf. Everybody see that? That's what the file name has to be for it to work. So we're going to click save. And now we have somewhere, we have a rig.conf file right here. All right, now here's something else I can point out. You could essentially get rid of all this stuff that doesn't apply, right? Now I would leave it. I would just simply, I mean, it's commented out anyway. That's what this little hash symbol is. So most everything is commented out. I wouldn't, if it's not like rig ID but it's blank, then I would just leave it like that. I don't think it's going to cause a problem. Same thing for the password. I would leave Hive host in here for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You could clean it up and have it only have what you need, which would be Hive host. I mean, here's what I think you could do, like if you really wanted to. So you could have it look something like that, and that would probably work as well. But I'm not going to save it like that. I'm not going to test it. I'm just going to leave it like it was. So just to double check it, it'll look like this. Okay, so we definitely have the farm hash in there. We definitely have the name, so we're good. So now we need to eject the drive. We're going to right click, eject, and we should be able to grab that USB drive, and I'm going to go and insert it. Let me show you the rig that I'm actually going to use. So the rig is currently running SimpleMining OS, and it is the Mustafar rig, the bottom one down there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. You can see it's actually up and running. Oh, what was that? It's actually up and running and working. So let me show you that real quick, just so that whenever you see it show up, you know this is the one that's it's 8 ASRock Phantom Gaming X RX 580s. And I'm just going to turn it off. And then I am going to go and remove the current USB drive from it and insert the one that we just burned the image to and all that stuff. And I will be right back. All right, so I inserted the USB into the rig USB port on the back and powered it up. It was off whenever I got out there, so that's good. Then what we should see over here, nope, over here. I don't know if y'all, did I talk about that already? See how you have $10 in there? So like if you create it using that promo code, you get the $10 that shows up in there. So hopefully in a moment, that rig will show up in here. That's what we're hoping anyway. Oh man, Shubi is going to give away an ETC 1 Ethereum Classic. I don't know where we at with the likes. I can't see the likes, so I don't know how many we got here. For 10 likes. Awesome, thanks, Shubi. You definitely want to uncomment the UTF-8 line. That line of text still Java or JBoss to text coding is for oh. We want to uncomment that? Was it already commented? Let me see if I have that somewhere else. Probably not. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. Oh, that's it. I've never done that. I've never had to uncomment it. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. All right. So, oh wow, the name is so long that it went over that. Not a big deal though. We'll fix that. I wonder. That's the first time I've ever heard anyone say that. Was it? But I don't know for sure that it wasn't. Was it commented out? Because that was the default, you know, example file, right? So it wasn't something that I had modified. That was the way it came. So I'm wondering about that now. Let me actually, let me put this one in there and check it out. I mean, I get it, but it's commented out by default. This is definitely a default file right here. I haven't touched this one. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, all the times I've done this before with Hive OS, I never even had to worry about that line at all. I'm wondering if maybe you have to implement that if you do like upgrade or update the OS, possibly. Like if you were to do an in-place upgrade of the OS, you know, after it's on the rig, maybe that's important. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Anyway, yeah, so you see the rig showed up here. It does not have a flight sheet assigned to it yet. And let's see here. And what you can do too is you might want to click on it, and you can see right here. So all I did was I clicked on the rig or the worker. So you click on the worker, and then you've got this indication up here that it needs to upgrade. So you can go ahead and run through those. This one should only need one, I believe, because I downloaded the image today, so it should be pretty up to date. But as far as installing Hive OS on a USB and getting, you know, registered on the site and getting the worker to show up, we're already there. We've already done that part. So now it's just getting it to actually mine, right? So what we'll do is we will go ahead and run through a flight sheet setup real quick, and let's use Aeon as an example. We'll set this rig up to mine Aeon, even though it's a AMD rig, which is not going to be great. So as far as profitability or efficiency, it won't be great for mining Aeon, but we'll set it up. Let me check the chat, see what y'all are up to. Yeah, Danico, we didn't have the worker listed yet. We used the complete farm, or just the farm hash method. We didn't create the worker ahead of time, so there was nothing to click on here, right? But what Danico is talking about is once you have the worker in here, you can just come in here. I believe it's under settings, I think. Where's that at? Yeah, right here. So after you create a worker, you can come in here and grab your rig.conf file from here, right? Which will have the settings in there. And matter of fact, let me do this. I want to, where did it save it? Just open it. So this is what it looks like once the rig has booted. It doesn't have anything about the language in there. Alright, well. But yeah, so you can save this rig configuration file here, rig.conf, and just store it somewhere, you know, for this rig, and put it in a folder with the rig name, and that way you'll always have that and be able to, you know, grab it super fast and throw it on your USB if you ever have to re-image a USB. All right, what I'll have to do, Shubi, is, I'm looking at the chat here, what I'll have to do is, to make it fair, I'll do a giveaway maybe tomorrow, and I'll do, let's see, how can I do it? Maybe if you, okay, so everyone watching the video, I wonder if, I mean, do you think it would be fair to allow others to comment on the video and then do it that way? I mean, I could just put everyone's name, but you would have to actually comment up here. So I tell you what I'll do, throw a comment and I'll do like a list of names, and then we'll just do it right now. Then that way it'll be good to go. I see you're posting your addresses in there for ETC. And yeah, and that's fine. They're not going to show up because I have to click show on those, which is okay. I'll just I'll do it that way. So post your. I know you can't comment on a live video. I'm saying after the fact, after it posts. I was saying, would it be fair if we were to allow and wait until tomorrow to actually do the giveaway, right? You see what I'm saying? So by using the comments, not the actual chat. But it doesn't matter. All right, so yeah, Shubi, that's true. You can see the addresses. So what we'll do is I'll just go through. It looks like 7 people watching, so as long as we get 7 names, then it should be good, or 6 names at this point. All right. So anyway, back to the content here. Where was I? What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna do a flight sheet. Okay, so we're gonna use Aeon as an example, just to blast through a flight sheet. We have to create a wallet first. You can create a wallet once you're actually creating a flight sheet, so we can actually use that method as well. So I'm just gonna, you know what, this is bothering me. I'm gonna rename this rig here real quick. It's too long. I think it works like that. All right, there we go. Okay, so now it's a little cleaner looking. All right, so let's go ahead and do a flight sheet. And see, it tells you right away, boom, you got to create a wallet first. All right, so let's go and create a wallet. We are going to add a wallet. We are going to use Aeon as an example. You know what? Let's not do that. This is an AMD rig. Let's do Ethereum Classic since we are, I don't know, I'm changing my mind here. Let's do Aeon. I already had it queued up. All right, and the address is, this is just my desktop wallet address that I'm going to be putting in here for Aeon. Make sure there's no spaces in there. Looks good. We'll go Aeon. And then create. So now we have a wallet that we're going to get to use for the flight sheet. We're going to click Flight Sheets. Aeon is the coin. The wallet is the one we just created. The pool, we'll use Aeon Pool. This is actually aeonpool.tech. I wish that they would put the .tech in there, but I don't know, they just don't. You can see it over here. So we have a 3+ GPU rig. We're going to be using cluster.aeonpool.tech. And then OK, or apply. And then for the miner, we're going to have to choose, because it's AMD, we're going to choose LOL miner. I don't believe that any of the other, I don't believe Gminer works with Aeon and AMD, I don't believe. So you have to use a LOL miner. And then setup miner config. Most everything should be in here already. I believe, I think this right here, I'm gonna forget, but I'm pretty sure that this right here sets the personalization string so that it's Aeon 0 POW. And it'll look like, let's see here. I think that's how it looks. But I think that this gets put in there for you if you have the Aeon coin over here selected. I believe that's the way it works. Could be wrong. This could be something else, but all right. Maybe we have to leave that in there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so apply changes there. Oh, and all the other stuff is kind of pre-filled for you because the pool is already set up inside of Hive OS. Yeah, so most of the stuff is already filled in for you. I've got several, I do have videos on this. Pretty much any of the random coin mining shows that we did, that we used Hive OS for it. I went through all this kind of stuff pretty in depth in some cases. So just check out those videos and for more information on that. Especially like if you're looking at mining Aeon, I've got several Aeon mining videos. So check those out. I'm going to click Apply Changes and then create the flight sheet. Then we're going to go back to Workers. Put a check mark next to the rig, the worker that we want to assign the flight sheet to. Go to the rocket up here. We only have the one, so that's the one we're going to choose. If you had a bunch of them, I would say to click on, you know, whichever coin it is so that you can filter it right here. We're going to click on this one, apply, sent to the rig, and it's going to reboot or reload the miner anyway. Yeah, Yashnik, it's a pretty good pool. I dig it. And I probably should have, you know what I should have done? I kind of jumped ahead there. I probably should have went through this as well, but I've got videos on how to mine Aeon, so there's no shortage of that. Yeah, and see aeonpool.tech is at the top. They have 50% of the hash rate. So not in too much of a danger at this point. Alright, so let's clean this up a little bit. Do a refresh. Not working. I'm going to give it a minute here. It does look like there might be something wrong with it. Yeah, I agree, Cyril Thrilla. I like those 1660 Ti's for sure. Need to build a rig with one of those, or 6 of them, or 8 of them, or something. Alright, so it is mining, looks like. It's just not showing up in Hive OS yet. There we go. Ooh, running a little hot there. Yeah, this has got like 0 overclock settings or anything like that. So it's kind of like going crazy right now. Let me go ahead and shut that down. But you can see that we are successfully mining. We got souls, we got hash rate, and shares accepted over there on the... Let me shut this thing down. Yeah, we'd have to set up, you know, fans. There's all kinds of other configurations in Hive OS, fan speeds and all that kind of stuff. So we didn't do any of that. We just assigned a flight sheet and went after it. So that's what happens. So yeah, you'd need to set up overclocking templates. You'd have to go through, but this is, you know, that's enough for like a whole other video, right? This thing is not shutting down. thought I did that earlier. Huh. It just wants to keep going. That's funny. Alright, I'm going to have to actually go out there and turn it off, I guess. It is not wanting to talk. It still says shut down right here. Alright, so let's see if we can get through a giveaway. Alright, so it is looking like it's shutting down now, so hopefully. This is crazy. I'll leave that up for a minute. Let me... Yeah, like if you came to watch this video and you wanted to see how to install Hive OS on a USB, we're pretty much done with that part. So you can drop off now if you're watching this video after the fact. If you're in here now, you probably want to stick around, because if you have an Ethereum Classic address and you posted it, then Shubi has got those addresses, and we're going to do a giveaway for 1 ETC. And ETC has been going up in value USD wise lately, so that's a good thing. And we appreciate Shubi for that. YouTube, actually let's see, random, what would be a, I'm bad at this. What is a way of, I mean, I could do a random number generator. I think random number generator has, I used to use that for the show, but I think it has a way of doing names also. No, that's not what I want. All right, here we go. All right, so we got, what's this crap over here? Off of there. I need to be doing this in Brave because all these ads. There we go. All right, so right now, comment in the chat with something like me one time. If you're still in here, if you're one of the 8 people or 7 people watching, comment me. That way I know that you're here and I can copy your name. So I should see 7 me's in a row. Well, maybe 6, because I doubt that Shubi is going to put his own name in there. And then you all have to have Ethereum Classic addresses as well. And Shubi, you've got those, right? Done 12 too many. You have to be around for a while. What's up, man? Okay, yeah, I saw you. I don't pay a lot of attention to the chat, especially whenever I'm going through stuff. I can't, because I'll just constantly just be looking at the chat and distracted nonstop. So I have to actually do stuff, you know, on the other screen, and I'm not really looking at it. So sorry about that. So I'll put Serial Thrilla in here as well. Done 12 too many. I don't think y'all are listening to me actually, because only a couple of y'all actually sent me the me in there. Shuby, are you still in here? Yashnik, are you still here? Other people are in here and they are not talking, it looks like. Crypto at Night, are you still in here? And Michael Sass got him, okay. Oh, why did he sent you something already? Okay. Did he do his own giveaway? Shuby, did you do your own giveaway or something? Did I miss something? Because I'm sitting here trying to do the giveaway. Ah, that's weird. Okay. Shuby, let me know what's going on, man. I don't want to give away another ETC if you already did it. Alright, I am totally lost, Shuby. I don't know what you did, man. This is not working out well, guys. Shuby, did you think that because he posted his address that he won? I mean, I'm trying to get caught up here. I don't know what the deal is here. And Shuby, you're not talking, so I don't know what's going on. Let me know. If you're writing me on Discord or something, I don't even have it open. This is hilarious. Okay. All right. What is ETC at right now? Oh wow, it's actually up a little bit more today too. All right, so I got an address from Danico. Serial Thrilla. And I think that's it. Nobody else posted their address over there in the chat. So alright, well, this isn't working. I don't know what y'all are doing. Okay. I am just going to kill it then, I guess. I don't know. Shuby's not letting me know what's going on over here, so I'm gonna bring out Discord, see if he's talking over there. All right, so here's what we'll do. I'll throw Yashnik in here. He was in here. And all right, so it looks like only Danica was the other one that posted an address. So I'm gonna send him an ETC myself, and then that's just gonna be the end of it, because y'all are not good at these giveaways. All right, that's what I'll do. You sent Shuby. I thought you sent one to Ciro Thrilla. Oh, you sent to both. Okay. Oh, awesome. Okay. All right. Never mind then. So no giveaway. It was just everybody that posted their address. So all y'all that were in here, all 8 of y'all could have got one ETC each from Shuby. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't expect that. So this has gone on way too long. I'm gonna have to get out of here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. But thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, we'll do another giveaway, Michael. We'll do another one. Yeah, you didn't have an address posted or anything, huh? We will do another one at some point. I mean, I could do, yeah, I mean, I could do that. I could do, Michael, do you have an address? Do you have an ETC address? I mean, it's 50-50. Actually, no, it's only, yeah, Danica's like the only other one in here. Maybe Yashnik. All right. Okay, that sounds good. Next Friday, so that's a good one, Shuby. I appreciate that. Next Friday, Michael, come back in here with an ETC address, and it looks like he's going to give away. Shuby's going to give away 1 ETC per every 10 likes, and 3 ETC for next Friday, the total, right? So here's what I'll do, Shuby, because I know you've been wanting to do this for a long time. You've been wanting to give away, you know, do a giveaway and stuff like that, and I really, really appreciate it. And it just, I'm bad at them, right? Because I don't know why, I'm just bad at them. So what I'll do is throughout the week, I'm going to be in the tweets about the show and stuff like that. I'll basically hype it up, right, throughout the week, and hopefully on Friday we'll get 30 people in here, right? And it'll be a cool way to do a giveaway of 3 ETC. So now the only thing is that I'm kind of hoping that ETC doesn't go to the moon between now and then, because then we'll have a problem, right? No, we'll figure it out. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. You're on, I'm trying to remember if you're on Twitter or not. I don't, forgive me, I forget. Let me know if you're on Twitter, Shuby, so I can tag you and all that stuff. All right, so that's going to do it. I am going to get out of here. I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for hanging out. Yeah, it's definitely going to be Fireball Friday. for sure. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out. Stay savage.